more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayom is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help.
For over 16 years, EJDConstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDConstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
We are live. It is Tuesday, 8 p.m. It is the Squared Circle Digest. I'm Sean Stanley. Check me out on all social medias at Sean_Stanley11. He is Mr. AEW, Frankie Fresco. How are we doing this morning, sir?
What's going on?
What are you doing this evening?
What's going on, Sean? What's going on, chat? Blessed to be here with you guys on another Tuesday night of wrestling talk.
And you're going to see some things. I'm using this show to kind of test this poll thing for the Big O Radio Show thing. So just so you know, if you start seeing some polls, that's what's going on. So if they don't make sense, just have some fun with them, all right? Just have some fun. But we'll get into a lot of stuff today. The top 5, no debating list tonight, will be the top 5 matches to be made for WrestleMania 40 coming from me and Frankie, if we were bookers, basically. Chat's already blowing up. Dad's in there. Check MP's in. Terry's in. And, of course, we appreciate all of you that are here on your Tuesday nights joining us. And as a matter of fact, I forgot that NXT is on right now. So I will be turning to that.
Well, you will be watching NXT while I continue watching my country try to squeeze out a victory here against Ecuador in the World Cup qualifiers. If you guys see me watching it here, it's because I have my other screen and I'm watching the game while we're doing the wrestling. So it's like it's nerve wracking. I'm not gonna lie. If you see me screaming and going crazy, but oh my God, we scored!
Watching NXT, don't worry, it doesn't match up. Also, since we're on this subject here, we're gonna try something new on this show. And if you are able to check out the playback.tv. It's an app. You can download it, no cost. You just hook up your TV to it. And basically, tomorrow night during AEW Dynamite, myself and Frankie, we're going to try it. We're going to do an AEW watch party, which you'll be watching the TV on the app, on the playback app. And instead of hearing, those sorry announcers from AEW, just kidding, Taz and all them, you'll be hearing me, myself, and Frankie Fresco talking some wrestling and then also talking about what's going on in the matches. We're not going to sit here and be like, oh, there's the lockup. Oh, it's a snapmare takeover. It is a 1, a 2. No, we're not doing play-by-play.
No play-by-play?
Wrestling, we may break into some play-by-play, but it's more of us just talking over and watching an event and having fun with you, the fans, and us, of course. We're fans as well. And just having a good time watching AEW Dynamite and either making fun of it, talking the good about it, talking the bad about it, or the good and bad about what happened on other shows as well. And it's still interactive. There is a chat as well.
Can we drop a link for it on the chat?
Yes, the link will go out on the social media probably tomorrow. I didn't want to put too much out there today just in case they went to the wrong thing or anything like that.
Okay. All right, cool. I will definitely go ahead and definitely.
I texted you the link.
Oh, okay, good.
You got a link there.
What's up, Jan? Nice to see you.
Jan, what's up, Jan? 990-115. I know not. Is that like near 90210? But
so where do you want to start, man?
Let's go ahead and start AEW before your game gets too intense and there's let's go ahead and get you out of not out of the way, but because honestly, I could probably do the whole damn show on one part of your damn thing. I could just go on and on and on. But let's start AEW, and then that way, if I have to carry when it gets good in the game, I can do that with
WWE. No. Look, Sean. I could talk, and I'm watching the game as we speak, but it's nothing big. I could still do. I can multitask, sir. Multitask, but we'll start with AEW. So. Let's talk a little bit about some controversy that happened. And this is where I wanted to go with this. I wanted to start it off with this because Sean was passionate about this. Sean was very, very upset at some comments that were said by the one and only Tony Khan. So Tony Khan went on social media on his actual Twitter account or X account, right? And he took some shots, man. He took some shots on some legends, man, on John Cena, on Undertaker. Remember last week it was NXT versus AEW because of the whole baseball playoff, so they moved AEW to Tuesday. So now we found out that in the end NXT had better viewers. A lot more people tuned into NXT than AEW. But at the same time, there has been controversy because, Tony Khan is taking shots and jabs, I guess, because of the whole situation, because of the fact that they lost. I think that's the reason why he came out with this. So he basically was kind of like, just to summarize, I don't have the exact what he tweeted out. Sean, do you have the exact thing that he tweeted out? You sent it to me as a message.
Yeah, he just basically said it's the first time that WWE legends John Cena and Undertaker appeared on a show that had less than 1 million viewers due to WWE NXT going head-to-head with AEW Dynamite.
And you know that this is a very, very sensitive topic and very passionate topic for Sean because he pretty much I think that's the exact same words of what he actually typed. So I'm pretty sure, Sean, we're going to start with you, man. Talk to me, man. What's going on? What happened? How do you feel?
I have not watched an AEW program since. I'll just let you know that right now.
Well, I
have not watched anything. I know there's only been like a Rampage and thing there. But here's my problem, man. Bro, like if you lost, okay, I get that, but your product was good that night. Focus on the good, man. Instead, you're sitting here trying to bury two legends. That what are you mad because they and then the whole thing too is where that gets me. And look, man, I get a year ago his mom went through a lot of stuff. Okay, that and then went to the Mayo Clinic and there was a lot of things that happened during that time with his mom and he goes, I took it personal when they were going after some of the talent. They went after Swerve Strickland because they're trying to get Hit Row back together. Hit Row, sorry. And they talked to Steven Regal because Regal wanted to come back with his son over on the thing. Those were the two that he talked about. And then he said, I took it. That's when business became personal. Bro, John Cena and Undertaker have nothing to do with any of the business, man. Like your business is AEW. What you should take personal is that you lost when you put out good damn product and just figure out what needs to get better. And Josh is rubbing it in. Jeez.
Josh, you don't want me to get as passionate as Sean is getting passionate right now with you, man. Come on, man. Come on. We got Columbia out there. Come on, Columbia. We got this.
Man. NXT's got like the independent battle royal on when you're trading all these guys and you just throw everybody in the ring so they can get some ring time. Bad punches. Oh, no doubt. I understand your pain. I'm watching it.
Back to the 500 viewers. Yeah. 500,000 viewers.
Yeah, no. But again, here's the thing, though, too, is like what you're doing is like you're crying. You're a fanboy. You're a damn owner of a company. And you're not putting out bad stuff. If you want to go with that, then we could be like, that's the lowest viewing audience that's ever watched Edge wrestle. Or Adam Cole. See, that's where we'd have to say the rated R superstar wrestle. Because what he would say is, we don't have Edge. We have Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland has never wrestled in front of people, but the rated R superstar has. So if you want to go that route, I just thought it was like one of those things where it's like, mine's bigger than yours. Boom. Oh, yeah. Well, if you're that, then I'm going to turn it and change it into this subject. It's like, bro, suck it up. You lost in the ratings that one time. Go keep your product going in the right trajectory and worry about your product instead of going after John Cena and The Undertaker. Really? That's who you want to go after?
All right. So let me
Luckily, I cooled off a little bit because if we had a show that next day, I would have been barred from all AEW activity.
I'm gonna go a different route here. Okay. So I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna go 100%. I'm going to say this, guys. Number one is I do agree with Sean in the fact that he should have never said those comments. He should have never gone ahead and actually taken a shot at two legends like John Cena and Undertaker. Those are pioneers that led the way in wrestling. We all know those guys. I mean, not to also hate on the prior wrestlers, but they're legends. And let's keep it real. Maybe AEW would not have even existed if those type of wrestlers did not exist in the first place, because WWE did something to the wrestling world that a lot of other wrestling companies have not been able to do, which is cater to everybody around the world, to all ages, to many generations. I mean, it's crazy. There's so much history. That's why you can't compare AEW to WWE, because there's just too much. WWE is just too much of a powerhouse. Now, here's where I will side a little bit with Tony Khan. Now hear me out.
Dead to me.
Now hear me out.
There's no siding with him at all.
Now hear me out. So I don't agree with him, obviously, taking shots at those guys. Am I going to justify those comments? Absolutely not. I don't think he should have said those particular comments. But can I understand his beef with them? Of course I can. Let's keep it real. NXT could have just kept the show the way it was before, but they didn't. They added extra pieces into that particular show because they knew they were going up against AEW. So even though AEW had to move their program to Tuesday, if NXT would have just left it the way it is, maybe he wouldn't have had so much beef. Maybe AEW would have won the viewership as well. I'm not going to lie. But because they did that, because they added The Undertaker, they added John Cena, they added Paul Heyman, they added all these people, Asuka, LA Knight, I could understand why Tony Khan got mad and said, yo, man, these guys are trying to one-up me, and that's not cool. And then obviously he starts bringing up the past of all the people.
Welcome to business, fanboy Tony Khan, you piece of shit.
Correct. That, I mean, believe me, he got what he deserved as well, because remember, when they were going out of one-on-one,
he didn't get what he deserved. What he deserves is for them to move Raw to Wednesday night or SmackDown. That's what he deserves. Then we'll find out. Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is the thing. I could understand his frustration. I can understand why he said what he said as far as like taking a shot at WWE. Again, don't take shots.
It has nothing to do. You put an Undertaker and John Cena on NXT. NXT is still considered, as we discussed last week, to the eyes of everybody, NXT is the developmental territory. Yes, you put Undertaker on there. Yes, you put Cena on there. It's still not going to bring up to 1 million. I mean, they're getting between 650 and 800 consistently.
Well, so, I'm a little bit shocked they didn't break 1 million, because I mean, when they brought Becky Lynch
to wrestle, Cena was coming in to stand in a corner, and the Undertaker. What you think the Undertaker is going to wrestle? He's going to come out and he said the Undertaker is retired. The Undertaker is retired. You're never getting that. That's why he keeps coming out as the American Badass.
Yeah,
He's
but how
coming out as that Undertaker?
Yeah, but you haven't seen the Undertaker in such a long time, so that's why people would have tuned in my opinion. Me just being a fanboy, I would have been like, "Yo, I'm gonna tune in because of the Undertaker."
Us hardcore ones, yes, but most people that don't, he's not gonna wrestle, so most of them are not going to tune in. I mean, it's like I tell, like with Saturdays. I mean, it's college football, it's hockey, it's baseball, it's whatever else is on. Oh, wrestling. Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
and it is. That's the way it happens with all this stuff, man.
And again, I respect that. I don't have any issues with the fact that Tony Khan was trying to go ahead and create some type of confrontation with WWE. My only beef was, why don't take shots at the Undertaker and John Cena, because those guys are pioneers into the wrestling world, and you shouldn't be doing that. That's the only reason. But I could understand his frustration. I could understand the reason he actually said what he wanted to say out there.
No, that's nothing. What? You haven't understand what? What? Because WWE went and you're coming to their night, and they're like, okay, you want to come to our night? Then we're gonna bolster our shit up.
yeah, that's exactly what happened.
If anything, why couldn't you have went to Thursday night?
That's a good point. I don't understand why they didn't go into Thursday night. Maybe because they didn't want to go
because
against
again, football. Tony Khan and them automatically said, hey, we beat NXT when we were both on Tuesday nights. You know what? Let's just back up. In WWE, no Vince McMahon. So now Triple H said, okay, bring it. John, what you doing, John? You good? Okay. Hey, Mark, you doing anything on Tuesday? You want to come in and ride your motorcycle down and do something? Okay, thanks. Boom.
It was. I mean, it's hard for me to defend AEW. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard for me to defend AEW about this topic, but again, I think at the end of the day, a lot of people will go ahead and obviously side with WWE, which makes sense. I think it was Bryan Danielson who actually came out online and he was saying, hey, look, like, why did he even say that? He should probably stay away from social media and stuff like that. And then the whole situation about, targeting some of their talent, I think it's a little bit also for like what they're doing. They're going after their talent as well. Jake Cargill just left, Brian Pillman Jr. just left. I mean, well, they released them, but
exactly. But again, that is the wrestling business, man. I mean, dude, they went after Swerve Strickland because they're like, hey, we want to try to bring back Hit Row. Are you under contract? Yes. Okay. No problem. That's where it went. He directed him to his lawyer. That's what Swerve said. And then Regal wanted out because he wanted to be with his son. He signed a contract. He wouldn't be on TV for a year just to get out of his deal with AEW.
Yeah, he did.
So, I mean, it's dude. I mean, and I get it, and I'll always. I'm sorry for what his mom went through, but to use that also as a thing as saying, I felt that was a personal attack. Bro, really? Well, how about you get personal with the people Fuego del Sol, Janela, Sonny Kiss, all those people that don't get ghosted by AEW when their contracts expire. Why don't you get personal with them?
Yeah.
No, you just let contracts expire and let people go. But then you get mad when somebody else reaches out and asks somebody about a contract. Dude, come on, fanboy.
Yeah.
Now on, he's no longer Tony Khan. He's fanboy.
Well, he's been a fanboy. We know that from.
No, I know that, but I'm not even. Yes, he does good. They're doing good with Toys for Tots, and they're doing stuff. AEW is doing good. Fanboy can kiss my arse.
Well, for me, like I said, I think it's hard for me to kind of defend Tony Khan. I could only just go ahead and say
you're trying hard, man.
All I could do is just
you may want to change it around because on the poll you're losing.
Oh yeah, well, of course I'm losing, but I gotta defend at least something for AEW, not Tony Khan, but AEW, because even though Tony Khan did say those comments, that doesn't represent the wrestling. And I do know that when me and Sean were talking, and Sean was passionate, he's like, "I'm gonna boycott." AEW.
I've not watched it since.
And I told,
I will be watching Dynamite.
And this was my response to Mr. Sean Stanley here. The wrestlers, they shouldn't be the ones who get hurt.
Ultimately, they were. They will. They're the ones that they wrestle for that company.
They do wrestle for that company.
If they don't call a wrestlers meeting and be like, we need to go to Tony Khan and be like, TK, please.
Shut your mouth.
Not shut your mouth, because that's a little harsh to tell your boss. But look, send out the stuff. Watch AEW on TBS. Send out all that stuff. That's fine. That's not getting piss matches.
Oh wait, hold on a second. You mean you're at if every single wrestler comes out there, like the good majority, and comes out to the boss, the head boss.
Listen,
tells them that.
Okay, I get it. Some of them can't because of their whatever. But the ones that are in like top standing, Bryan Danielson, Moxley, all the ones that understand the complexity of this should come out and be like, let's temper it a little bit. Because I guarantee you right now, TK would get upset if one of them was doing the same thing and bringing heat onto AEW, and he would not like it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's the other way around.
I agree. Like I said, man, it's hard for me to defend Tony Khan here. Like, I feel bad because you're right. I mean, there's no other way to express it. He's a fanboy, and he just wants to go ahead and wants us to feel pity for him or feel sorry for him, because the fact that his show did not deliver on Tuesday and NXT did.
But see, that's the thing, is his show did deliver. The ratings showed something different. That's I think that's the thing that pisses me off even more, because the fact that you're getting so this way and going after two legends is kind of shitting on what your team did. You're saying, oh, it wasn't good now. Well, at least The Undertaker and John Cena didn't get over a million watches. Like, oh, that crew did a kick-ass job. Let's build on that. Instead, you put the focus on the numbers. And I get it. Numbers or whatever. And the other thing is this. AEW doesn't have to worry about numbers because most of their time they're usually the number one program on cable TV because they are higher than everything else except for your live sports. Yeah. And that's all Warner Brothers wants. Warner Brothers wants them as the number one show. This is the first time they weren't the number one show, and he acts like a little bitch.
Well, yeah, he does act like a little hoe. But, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But if it does, and like you said, if Monday Night Raw jumps to Wednesday, ooh, man, I don't know what Tony Khan is going to do, because now you're messing with that demographic that he's so passionate about and Warner's is so passionate about. So that would be a very, very big concern for AEW and for Tony Khan. Only time will tell. But let's go ahead and let's go with the next subject here. The next subject that we're going to talk about is the fact that there was some beef happening backstage.
Also, new polls up.
It's I think everybody's gonna vote yes for that one. So there is some legitimate beef out there.
Yeah.
And we thought for number one, we all thought it was this guy right here. We thought it was always CM Punk. We always thought CM Punk was the guy who created issues, who wanted to create so much drama, with Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and all those guys. And then all of a sudden with Jungle Boy and Jack Perry, Samoa Joe, I guess everybody he was dealing with. But apparently not, man. Apparently there was some legitimate argument between our boy, the rated R superstar Adam Copeland, and then Ricky Stark that happened on Saturday in Collision. So let me ask you, we just spoke about Tony Khan. We saw how Tony Khan is a fanboy and all this stuff. Can we start kind of changing the narrative here? Maybe, just maybe, saying that CM Punk was not the one who caused all this drama, and maybe it was Tony Khan in the first place?
It's not that it's CM Punk. Like, look, I'll always say CM Punk has an ego bigger than whatever, and he thinks it's all about him. But in this situation now, here's the thing. CM Punk came from where? WWE, right? And it's more of a controlled situation. AEW's not. Adam Copeland's just coming out of that. And now he's coming into this. So I'm wondering if one, it's either a generational gap, or it's I'm used to the WWE way, and this is a little bit different because I'm not knowing what's coming at me.
So wait,
now when it's said to them, you're on the fly.
Okay, but let me ask you this. What did Adam Copeland get mad about in particular?
Well, because there were some things going back and forth when they were doing the argument back and forth.
Yes, because what happened was Adam Copeland.
Like, you imitate The Rock even with your slacks or whatever.
Correct.
Whatever he said before that too.
And then Ricky Stark said something about
tip me over the edge.
Yeah, don't tip me over the edge or you're not gonna tip me over the edge or something like that. And I guess that must have hurt him as well. But then
it was before that, because I think what happens is
I think he said stop looking at me like that or something like that. He was saying
stop looking at me with that stupid look on your face, or that
something
stupid,
like that.
Whatever, like yeah.
And
again, they have the freedom in AEW more than what you had in WWE. In WWE, you pretty much knew what was coming at you.
That's a good point.
So it wasn't, and now it's like
free for all.
Maybe they have pinpoints, but they're allowed to go up. In WWE, you have pinpoints and you hit those pinpoints. If you don't, when you walk back through that curtain, your ass is going to get chewed. In AEW, you got pinpoints, but you can go from pinpoint to all the way over here, depending on who you are and all that. And I think that's kind of what happened here. And maybe, Copeland's not used to it, and it caught him off guard maybe. And maybe I just can't believe that it's happening again, I guess is.
But do you think
when you look at it, I don't think it's a Tony Khan problem, but it's going to be an AEW problem. If you're going to keep doing this and you want to keep bringing those guys over, it seems like as soon as those guys, and I get it, CM Punk was away for a while. I understand that. But Copeland wasn't. Copeland straight from WWE right to AEW. This is a whole different atmosphere. These guys have got the run of the mill. It's not like WWE, like, hey, call times at 2:00. You show up at 2:00. From 2 to 3, you get your scripts. From 3 to 4, you meet with creative. 4 to 5, you eat dinner. I mean, like WWE. And again, those times are just made up. But it's a bam. You're in the ring from this time, working out stuff. All that is pretty much set up as it goes down the line. And I don't think that you have that structure in AEW, and I think it catches some of these guys off guard.
But don't you think what Christian told, and I know Christian has a relationship with Adam Copeland, but don't you think what Christian said was even worse? Go F yourself? Like, do you think that was...
Because he knew that was coming.
But then so you knew you were coming, but then you get upset because Ricky Stark goes and says, hey, stop looking at me like that.
I'll go back to WWE. The one instance that happened in WWE was John Cena and The Rock.
Okay.
You got your notes wrote on your wrist because somebody told Cena when he was coming out, hey, I saw Rock's forearm, and he's got the things written on his forearm because he had to remember everything that had to be said. And then he called him out on that. That wasn't part of the plan. And it goes awry, man. Because that's not part of the whole part of the angle. What does me writing notes on my arm? You're calling me out.
So then how should have Adam Copeland take it? How should have he had reacted?
I don't know what was said between the two in the back. What was agreed upon?
No, but
as soon as they got in the ring, it was a pissing match back and forth. Like I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, I got
it. I saw the highlights on the thing, and I have no idea. I don't know I don't know the whole, because again, I told you I didn't watch any of the AEW. I saw the highlight where they were going back and forth at each other, and I was like, oh, so this might be pretty good. And then I saw the thing this morning where it was upset, and I sent it to you because I'm like, if this is true, maybe it's a generational thing.
So Copeland comes out, he starts talking, and then he calls out Christian. Christian comes out with like a whole bunch of security guards to protect him. And then when Christian comes out, he's sitting on the top of the turnbuckle, protected behind the security people. And they're all taking shots. And that's when Bryan Danielson comes out, because Bryan Danielson was supposed to fight that same night, Christian. And then after that, that's when Ricky Starks come out, because Ricky Starks, he's like, yo, I'm tired of watching all these guys in the ring. You need to focus on us, the tag team champions, because obviously they just beat FTR for the tag team belts. So they were like, Copeland is not a titleist. Bryan Danielson is not a titleist. It's only Christian. So he said, I respect you, Christian, because you hold the belt. But why are these guys out here? Like, we don't need them, like they're not holding a belt. Why should we care about them? So it kind of started in that angle, like, him taking a shot at them because they weren't holding a belt. But Bryan Danielson did not. See, this is the thing. I think I know Bryan Danielson has been in AEW for a lot longer, and like you said, Adam Copeland just made his way, and he's been a WWE guy, and maybe he took it the wrong way. But my question to you is, obviously we don't know what they said back there, but do you think Adam Copeland took it right? Do you think he reacted the right way? Do you think he made this a big deal, or he should have just said, you know what? Like, he should have never gotten upset. He should have just gone in the back and actually brought Ricky and said, hey, dude, like, that wasn't on the script. Like, we didn't plan this. Like, if you're going to do this.
I mean, it goes even more than that, though, too, because if you're sitting here trying to set up a match, which was Bryan Danielson against Christian, and now you have this guy come out and be like, no, the focus should be on us.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, it goes back to, and I hate to say this because I feel like I'm going back to WWE. WWE always says no one man, or, even though Cena and all these guys contradict this, no one man is bigger than the product. Everybody should be gearing toward the total production of the show. Nothing should be me, 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 me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the machine pushes Cena, you know what I'm saying? But nobody comes out. I mean, you got the Miz and the guy, which is their shtick. So, like, I mean, unless, he was thinking like, this guy's trying to take what we're trying to do and flip this whole thing to be just about him. And maybe that's what got him upset. Now that changes a little bit of what was going on, because again, if you're trying to set up for Christian and Daniel Bryan in the main event of that show, and now you have, but again, if you send Ricky Starks didn't just hit his own music and come out. So he was part of the original plan to come out.
Yeah, because after
it's trying to fit 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound
bag.
That
is true, because after he comes out, here comes FTR. And then FTR starts taking shots at Ricky Stark, saying, hey, we were injured when we fought you and all this stuff. And that's why you guys got the upper hand.
That should have been a whole nother segment in the back. They could have done those two in the back, because now you've taken away. And maybe that's where, Adam took it a little bit more, because now you've taken away from what we were trying to do with our whole opening or our whole segment, and now you've made it about you. But if that was the case, then it was Tony Khan putting too much in that segment.
Now that you
They do sometimes.
Now that you kind of say that, I do feel like he cramped everything all at one too much. It was too much. You're gonna leave the Christian, the whole Bryan Danielson and Adam Copeland, just leave those three, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you want to bring Ricky Stark and do the other segment, then Ricky should have done that with the FTR situation and all that stuff. I do agree with that. I think he just added all that stuff all together. But I will say this. Unlike CM, this also gives a little bit of perspective on the CM Punk side. CM Punk was also sometimes caught off guard. Remember, Adam Hangman Page did the same crap to CM Punk going off script.
It goes back to AEW allowing, too much. It just like now watching what happened. And again, company is still young. Don't get me wrong, but like I could only imagine if you had guys like Hulk Hogan. Back in the day, Iron Sheik, Paul Orndorff, Roddy Piper, and all these guys are just doing whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah, I would do crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, this is what we've got to do. And I kind of understand now why it's booked that way, because also, again, you're trying to sell to sponsors. You're trying to sell to, of course, the wrestling fans. You have different things going on for every aspect of what you're trying to cover. It's more than just, and it sounds stupid to say, it's more than eyes on product from fan standpoint. They want big companies to look at it and be like, oh, okay, I can make money from here. Okay, I can make money here. And that is where I think wrestling is getting to now. And that's where I'm going to be interested to see how Endeavor with WWE now, because we know they're fanatical with DraftKings on the UFC mat, and the corners have got sponsors. I'm almost waiting now for every turnbuckle to have a different sponsor in WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be very interesting, because again, that is what markets to the product. And it's one of those things to where in creative, you also have to know who you're trying to market to, because when you're writing this stuff and you're doing the things that they're doing, you're still trying to appeal to that consumer. And if you can show that company, that consumer comes here, then the company probably will advertise with you.
True.
And that's the one thing where I think sometimes AEW misses the boat on, because you have Jon Moxley lock up bleed.
Yep.
And you have a lot of crazy stuff happening there.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. But I mean, I think Tony Khan needs to worry about his house more than tweeting out about others.
Correct. I think hopefully Tony Khan,
because the product in the ring is good. TK managing it is bad.
Not only that, whoever is kind of coming up with creativity for their segments, honestly, you should see if it's only Tony Khan or if he has other people telling him. Because, like, for example, you, myself, if it was a round table of guys or girls, whichever,
but it goes back to with the same thing with, all right, here's the one thing that nobody understands. When Vince McMahon had Pat Patterson and Sergeant Slaughter and Jerry Briscoe and Blackjack Lanza and those guys weren't afraid to tell him no. But as those guys got older and passed away or moved on,
mm-hmm.
then you start surrounding yourself with yes guys. And that is, I think, is the problem with AEW right now.
You think he's surrounded too many yes guys?
Yes guys. They're not going to, you're going to tell the owner of the company that's stupid? You
have to have that, like, to start, like, huevos, balls to go ahead and say that.
But you want to be the one trying to figure out, okay, if I say this, is it going to be taken the right way? And tomorrow I'm flying home with a pink slip? That's
the thing. You have to be able to. You have to have that relationship with him where it's like, yo, if I give you my opinion, it's constructive criticism. Don't fire me because I'm giving you, because that's what happens. But again, you got guys creative like Dean Malenko. But also, do you think Dean Malenko would not tell him, yo, what you're doing? Do you think Dean Malenko's a yes man?
A lot of those guys are there collecting checks, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn. Let me ask.
They're there for the performers, and if Tony Khan's like, "Hey, we're gonna have him jump off a scaffold," Okay.
That would suck. But I mean, remember what we saw on that.
I honestly feel they've probably already done that. That's why Arn Anderson, I think, had a while ago said, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna check out of this. I've had enough. It's not going." You know, once Cody left, dude, I hate to go back to this, but once Cody left, it feels like that was the turning point for Cody leaving. Like it was like TK's like, I'm taking full ownership of this, and Cody was like, okay, I'm jumping.
Well, remember
that everything since then has been.
Remember the live show that they did after AEW, where they would go and show like behind the scenes and all that stuff, and then you had Tony Khan with like this sheet of paper that shows like the whole storyline of what's going on and all that stuff. So it's like it looks like he's the one running the show, and he's the one making all these storylines with maybe just the input of the wrestlers, which probably isn't the right thing to do.
But also, I mean, look, man, the change in the last month and a half of WWE programming has been breathtaking.
Yeah, man.
I mean, last night I do believe there was a stupid mistake made, but whatever. We'll talk about that later.
I don't agree with that, but
we'll talk about that later. I will say this. They should have saved it for something else, not do it on Raw. But anyways, but you know why? Because Triple H is in charge, not the owner of the company.
Yeah,
you're answering to Triple H. You can feel a little more comfortable going, sure, I don't really, and also Triple H probably a little bit more opening because people warmed up. He's warmed up to the people and things like that. You're not worried about going up to him being like, I don't know about that.
No, and Triple H has no issues telling them, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah,
straight up.
He'll tell them that, and he's okay getting the criticism back too as well. Well, that's one thing I think is like, and then also he does take into consideration the talent. Which Vince was like, no, you do what I tell you to do, or get rid of you. I don't care. I can find somebody else to go, thank you.
But remember another thing too is that Tony Khan's a new businessman in this wrestling world. So, a lot of these wrestlers, they have a lot of history and a lot of, I guess you could say tenure in this world. So, Adam Copeland could go up to him and tell him, yo, this is how it's supposed to be done, this and that. And I don't know if Tony Khan is going to have enough balls to go ahead and say, no, I don't agree with you, or say it in a way where it won't affect them.
Or is Edge and Christian and all them guys like, hey, I'll just sit here and do my $3.5 million. I get to call my own, my own stuff. So I'm probably never going to work with Ricky Starks again. So I'll just get rid of him and then move on.
Yep.
Because honestly, I think it's becoming WCW, bro. It's becoming WCW slowly.
On a side note, because there isn't that much to talk about the AEW side besides some of those controversial topics, I will give them a very, very good kudos for what they did with the whole Santana Ortiz feud. They've been building it up on Rampage. I know Sean doesn't tune in that much to Rampage.
No, but I've been following the feud on Twitter. They've been doing very good on Twitter. It started out where he was going to go on his own, and then Ortiz answered back, and it's been good stuff.
And see, those are the little things that sometimes you look and you're like, who came up with this? You feel me? Like, who made these decisions? Because that is actually good. It worked. It's kind of like the same thing with the MJF Adam Cole segments that they do, or Roderick Strong. They're nailing those, but on some of the other ones, you're like, what? So it's like, it leaves you kind of like.
But also, it goes back. I think Santana Ortiz wanted to do this.
Yes, I agree.
I think they were on board, and it was like, okay. And I believe, and again, I don't know what the real deal is, but they have been working it up since his injury, where he felt like he was betrayed by Ortiz. And he came back alone. But then he teamed up with them just for that one time to come back, and then he was brought back in so he could be on his own now. And it's built up and it works because both of them understand the role of it. And the whole thing with it is they're not giving it away anywhere.
No, they're
social
not.
media, they're not talking good about each other. They're talking bad about each other. And
See,
so
but
it's not, there's
this
no way
Friday,
we're going to go to Instagram and see Santana Ortiz in the back, like, what's
no,
up? You know what I'm saying? Because I believe, honestly, they're even working the back.
yeah, and you saw,
I believe they're doing this full bore, 100% just going with it as storyline in life.
no, and you know what? They
I
actually
don't know how much of it is true. That's the thing. That I don't know if all of it's true or if some of it's true or half it's true or whatever, but that's what makes it good.
yes,
Because
and
you don't know and you're like, oh, that shouldn't be happening, but it is. Okay.
and then that this past Friday is when they finally saw face to face in one of those segments, so it was pretty good. They're building it up, and it keeps us kind of intrigued. Hey, what's next? You understand me? Because that's
building and get emotionally invested. Listen, emotionally invested.
and not only that, but it also gives a reason for the fans to kind of tune in to some of Rampage's show, because obviously we know already what are the final outcomes on the matches. So it could be another way for AEW to get some people to tune in, especially if they start throwing some of the MJF at Adam Cole, segments on Rampage as well. So it could be
Maybe, but
something.
I don't think you're ever going to get Rampage looked at. 10 o'clock at night on Fridays.
Anyways, so besides that, that's pretty much it. Now I do want to answer a couple questions on the chat. There was one. He was saying, No Doubt was saying, "Hey, is he imitating The Rock, just smaller?"
No, that's what Edge said to him.
Oh, that's what he said to him?
Yeah, he said you're imitating The Rock, just smaller with
okay. So do you agree with that? I agree with that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but again, it goes back to what LA Knight. Those guys grew up on The Rock.
Yeah,
that's what they watched, man. I mean, it's like I grew up on Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes. I mean, you grow up on a certain wrestler you look like, dude. Yeah, of course, he's imitating The Rock and everything else, but he does it damn well. He does it good. Yeah. And he adds his Ricky Starks to it. So it's not, he does the eyebrow thing and everything. I mean, when you watch him, he does it.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't care, dude. He's Ricky Starks.
He's Ricky.
No Doubt also said, all these standing in the corner wearing this chase. Not all of them. I believe some of them are actually NXT performers. They use a lot of the NXT people that are being trained. So that's one of the things that are, again, people are still being trained. You don't see them on camera, but they'll put them in the Chase U outfits. All right, let's go. The top 5 no debating list. Here we go. And again, it is the top 5 matches we would like to see at WrestleMania 40. And listen, I'm going to preface this by saying this. I'm going off who's there now. I didn't put any celebrities on my list. So I don't have Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul or anything like that.
Well, Logan Paul's coming back.
Logan Paul he's fighting Rey Mysterio, which is the biggest bunch of shoot.
So top 5 matches to make for WrestleMania 40. And we were both kind of like trying to figure out what matches we would like to see. And I was trying to be as creative as possible. So
I wasn't.
You guys are gonna be a little bit You're gonna be a little bit intrigued with my selection. So I'll start with my number 5. In my number 5, I actually have Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso. And I'll say this. I'll say this. The reason I got Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso is because you actually No Doubt just finished saying it. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't No Doubt. It was Josh. Josh said who was the one who made that decision of changing the tag team belts. I think that they should spin it from there. So now they're gonna have this effect where both of them feel like, yo, we lost the belt. I lost the belt because of you. You lost the belt because of me. Stuff like that, and you start some type of kind of conflict between the two of them. I never thought Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso were gonna be tag team partners for a very, very long time. That was just my gut instinct. I always felt like they were just going to be on together for just a split second, but never this long. So them losing the belts for me allows now WWE to be creative about it and actually start building up some type of feud between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, which will culminate in WrestleMania 40. So I would have that as my number 5. What about you?
My number 5 is Cody Rhodes also. but he's taking on Sami Zayn. I have them spinning it around to where Sami is upset that Cody ended up trading KO for Jay. And then it ends up being Cody versus Sami. And here's the kicker. At some point, Cody or Sami, this is going to be for Seth Rollins, the title he has now. This is going to be the match for that heavyweight title. Not sure who's going to have it, Cody or Sami. One of them will be the champion going into WrestleMania.
Okay, I like it. My number 4 is the man of the hour, Mr. L.A. Knight versus Seth Rollins. And I'll tell you why I came up with this. I have the feeling that L.A. Knight is going to win Royal Rumble. And you know that when you win the Royal Rumble, you get a chance at the belt. But he's not going after the Roman Reigns belt. He's going to go after Seth freaking Rollins' belt, and he's going to win that belt from Seth Rollins. I say L.A. Knight challenges Seth Rollins and wins that belt in WrestleMania 40.
Well, I'm just going to play crazy booker here. Number 4 was the undisputed heavyweight championship match between L.A. Knight taking on Kevin Owens.
Okay.
I have L.A. Knight defeating Roman Reigns before it gets to WrestleMania.
Wow.
And KO being his opponent.
Interesting. You also have them staying in the whole SmackDown now that KO is part of SmackDown. So
that's why I said I wasn't very, not like you making up, stuff and moving guys around and winning Royal Rumbles.
My number 3 is completely something that we spoke about before, and that is a setup, some way to add Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill. I know Jade Cargill just made her way over to WWE, but when you have 23 million people looking at her, you got to make Storm and Bianca one of the best fights in WrestleMania. We spoke about this. It was one of our number 1 in our opponents for Jade Cargill. WrestleMania, make it happen. Bianca Belair versus Jade.
No doubt's got The Rock and The Miz tag teaming against Stone Cold and Pat McAfee.
I like The Rock and The Miz. But I don't know how they would work together. I like Pat McAfee. I don't think Stone Cold will give it another run. I think his knees are just too gone. But
he'll do the fight like he did with KO. Like he can do those. I don't think he can do matches. All right, my number 3 is the Battle of the One. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso at WrestleMania. They get the match they asked for on the podcast. Who is the one? Jimmy versus Jay is my number 3. And we all know main event Jey Uso is going to win it.
Okay, I like it. And they did talk about it before that they wanted to wrestle in WrestleMania. My number 2. Oh, man, it's getting interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, I said that SmackDown got a 9 out of 10 this past week because it was so good. I was sending messages to Sean saying, yo, man, your SmackDown is amazing right now. Like, I've never been so excited for the Tribal Chief to be back in SmackDown. With that being said, my number 2, they saw each other in the ring. I knew it was going to happen. The first person comes out. He doesn't even get a word. And then here comes the Tribal Chief. It's John Cena versus the Tribal Chief for the championship belt in WrestleMania 40. And I'll tell you what. And there's a reason why, sir. My number 1 is going to be what happens here. Crazy here. My crazy thoughts.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was so good because, Roman Reigns comes out and I knew he was going to come out because now they're saying every time they present John Cena, hey, the greatest of all time. And then I love the fact that Roman Reigns comes out with his shirt and it's his greatness. And then he actually brings it up. So that's why
he's got God mode, greatness on a different level.
There you go.
God mode.
And then the other thing is John Cena gave us a little, taste of what might be the future of WrestleMania 40 because he says, look, I'm not ready to wrestle you. I still need to warm up. So that gives him time to go into Survivor Series and probably wrestle in Survivor Series. So now it leads up all the way to WrestleMania 40, Cena versus Roman Reigns.
That's the one I don't want to watch again. So
You
my
know what?
number 2 was your number 3, basically. It was Bianca versus Jade. I just think the way they are doing Jade is perfect. Parading her around. You're seeing all the matches and like she's Charlotte, Becky, you know what I'm saying? Like she's running into everyone where you're just like our whole list. When we had the list up and we said these were going to be the great matches with Bianca or with Jade and everybody, boom, just hitting each one. Just every one of them, you're just like, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. This on the grandest stage of them all, I would love to see this main event night one.
You know, I'm so excited that they listened to us. And well, they listened to me because Sean didn't agree with me. But I'm so happy that they finally decided to put Jade Cargill to run into Charlotte Flair. And then yesterday she ran into Becky Lynch. Amazing, sir.
What are you talking? I
You
wrestle them right now.
You wanted them.
I just want them to keep doing what they're doing.
Which was no, but you didn't
even
want them
around into the different people.
You did not want her to.
I don't want her wrestling right now. I don't want her wrestling right now.
Yes, I said to you, I want her to bump into one of the other stars and look at them and be like, "Oh, what's going on here?" That's what I wanted to see.
Well, then I misunderstood you. That's 100% agreed. I don't want them getting in the ring with each other. I don't want to see them in the ring yet. I don't want Jade in the ring yet. No, I don't want that. I want to keep doing this parade fest that they are doing right now.
Well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Columbia just scored 1-0, baby. After they blocked the penalty, Columbia just scored.
Vamos, Columbia!
And with that being said, here comes my number 1 upset. Here it goes. You guys will not believe it. I say Roman Reigns beats John Cena, and then my boy Damian cashes in all the money in the bank and takes the belt away from the tribal chief. That is how WrestleMania 40 will end, with Damian Priest cashing finally the money in the bank briefcase, which Sean has been asking for the last couple of pay-per-views or live events. Finally, Damian Priest cashes on the money on the bank and takes away from the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
I already had him cash it in and lose the belt to Cody. So that's where we're at there. My number 1 was the tribal chief, night 2.
Mm-hmm.
Chief, not chef.
Yeah, gotcha.
Why is my guy terrible?
Oh my God! Just give it. Don't worry. Come
on, Barkley. Come on, terrible. He's the terrible chief.
Bye. You're like trying to correct me. I'm sorry. I'm typing and watching at the same time. Go ahead. Tribal Chief versus Cody Rhodes. Please don't say Cody.
The Rock.
Do you really think it's gonna happen?
Do you think Cena and Tribal Chief are gonna happen? He's already said as soon as the strike's over, he's back to California and Hollywood.
I don't think the strike is gonna be over anytime soon. To be honest with you,
I thought it was, but then all of a sudden it's changed again. So
yeah.
But I mean, and again, this is not for a title, by the way. It'll be for the tribal chief, the title of the tribal chief, The Rock versus Roman Reigns. I have my title matches would be Cody against Sammy, LA Knight versus KO, Bianca versus Jade. I wanted to throw Rhea in there. The problem I had with Rhea was I couldn't figure out another person that I right now, looking at what's there, other than, but I don't want to see Charlotte again. I don't want to see, what's that other female wrestler there?
The only other female wrestler there that could probably compete with Rita. I mean, it's the girl, this girl, the big girl that just brought in, but I don't think that's WrestleMania material.
No, that's what I was saying. Like I mean, I was thinking Tiffany Stratton would be a little different.
That's not bad.
But again, it's like
Becky Lynch could be something.
Yeah, maybe, but I just feel like they're going that
champ versus champ.
That's gonna be sooner than later, I think, especially after last night when her and Rhea came face to face. Then when she left, right before they went to break, Becky goes, "Becky, 2 belts," and they went to break. So as they're going to break, so it's one of those things to where, and again, I think that highlights night 2, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the title of tribal chief, and then I believe, and I hope what they would do is have a whole bunch of freaking just a melange of crazy stuff happen during the match. Jimmy and Jey Uso get involved, Solo get involved, bring in Rikishi, just make it a whole tribal thing. And then Roman wins at the end, remains a tribal chief, and then we keep rolling on.
Well, I mean, obviously we all want to see The Rock versus the tribal chief, but I just don't see it. I don't know. Something in me that just I think The Rock is just too busy, even though he was gonna do it. He said it on the Pat McAfee show. But
the thing is, he doesn't want to come back for a title match. He wants it to mean something. This means something. If you get everybody involved and it's for the tribal chief, like that's a story, man.
Wait, hold on a second. You just reminded me. My God, you're right. You're right. He wants to make it something special.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Yeah, I saw that Josh Day freaking took the goal out. You want to know what's crazy? Actually, you know what? I wish I had an extra one, because what I would do is the tribal chief versus The Rock. The tribal chief beats The Rock, and instead of Damian Priest coming out and getting the Money in the Bank, Conor McGregor makes his way to the WWE, as I said, because of the new impact that we needed to see. He wanted to make that moment, and now The Rock has achieved it. Conor McGregor, they play the notorious, and then all of a sudden, Conor McGregor in WrestleMania 40 comes out to surprise Roman Reigns. If I could change my number one, I would. Instead of putting Damian, I would put Conor McGregor showing up. Now, they won't wrestle, but Conor McGregor face to face with the tribal chief. What do you guys think about that? What a huge moment in wrestling. In WWE, you got the Endeavor, the UFC, and then the biggest pop, the biggest event in WrestleMania happening right there in our eyes. Conor McGregor, Roman Reigns, face to face. Jesus Christ, it's so good. Sean actually he stepped out to go Google the possibilities of that actually happening. Since Sean left, Sean, make sure you put it on the poll. How many people would want to see Conor McGregor versus the tribal chief, Roman Reigns? Put the poll up. Let the people inform you.
Right,
and
I'm going to end the poll that Tony Khan's a bitch, 89% to 11.
Who was the one that put no? Like, that must have been a mistake. Somebody put a no there. I don't know. It must have been a mistake.
Tony's watching.
It must have been Tony. Wow, Masvidal. Masvidal. He was good at his peak, but after that we kind of lost interest on Jorge Masvidal. He took too many L's in the UFC afterwards. Still 305, but he took too many L's. But Conor McGregor, guys, make sure you vote on the poll. How many of you guys would want to see Roman Reigns face to face with Conor McGregor? Whether it's just face to face or wrestle each other, I would definitely vote for yes, Conor versus Roman.
Yeah, but here's my only problem with that is WrestleMania is their big show. That's their Super Bowl. So you end it there, and then what's next for Conor McGregor?
Wait. They don't have to wrestle. They don't have to wrestle.
I understand that, but
they can put face to face, and when you put face to face, all of a sudden, you built it up to possibly the WrestleMania 41. And not only that, you have so many possibilities. You could actually even bring in The Rock versus Conor McGregor. I mean,
come on, dude.
You
really?
Turn it to so many different things. What are you talking about? Yes.
Dude, you're drinking too much TK Kool-Aid, man. You're starting to become that guy.
No. None of this.
Let me sign everybody so I can get them to wrestle somebody. You
want The Rock to make an impact? The way you make an impact is by bringing Conor McGregor into the WWE world.
Wait. So in order for The Rock to make an impact in the WWE world, he needs Conor McGregor?
Because he wants to make a big impact if he wrestles. So that's the way he would make a big impact again to the WWE world. Bringing in the UFC fighter Conor McGregor, which we all are thrilled and would be excited to see.
No, we're all not thrilled. No, not really.
Well, the poll is 67-33, so there's more people saying yes to Conor.
Yeah, because you're voting 3 times. I know you're voting for your phone.
No, I'm not. I'm not voting anything. I'm watching a soccer game, sir. Are you voting? See, Sean is probably going into Big O's account, putting no. He's probably going into his
Doesn't allow
account,
me to vote.
his daughter's account. He's going into everybody's account, going ahead and putting no. And I bet you if my brother was on, but my brother's probably watching a soccer game. That's why he's not. He's not on the chat. But I'm pretty sure he probably would vote yes for Conor McGregor.
First off, I don't even know if Conor McGregor is at Roman Reigns' waist.
Rey Mysterio wasn't in the same waist when he won the belt, and he still won it. Doesn't matter. It's wrestling.
He beat Randy Orton and Dave Bautista in a triple threat match.
Hey, is he in the same weight class as Batista? Batista's huge. No, it doesn't matter. It's wrestling. So that matters, baby. Conor McGregor, yes, sir, with the upset, face to face.
Oh, it doesn't, dude. If Conor McGregor, I may never be able to watch wrestling again. Between TK being a bitch and then WWE doing that stupid shit, I might not ever watch wrestling again.
I bet you would tune in.
I might go Impact and NWA.
Look. Let's get something straight here. The last couple of weeks, we've been right on a lot of things. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I have been right on a lot of things. I said that they had to parade Jade Cargill and bump her into other wrestlers, and they did. I told them that AEW had to sign Adam Copeland, and they did. I told them that who was it? LA Knight had to get big, and he has. There's a lot of things that have been going our way. Well, my way. And you just keep, like I told you, Dominic Mysterio had to get on the mic and talk. I mean, for the love of God, they had him on Friday going, and one of the biggest moments while Triple H was giving his big announcement, and who did they choose? Dominic Mysterio to go out there and interrupt. Come on, man. One of the biggest heels.
Take a stunner and anybody else to look stupid.
One of the biggest heels, sir. One of the biggest heels in WWE history right now. Yes, sir. Everything we've been talking about, Sean, whether you want to believe it or not.
And by the way, Chad brought up one very important fact. Remember, he hospitalized Bernie because he forgot. He wasn't in an MMA fight. What's going to happen? He's in there with The Rock, and he hooks on an ankle lock and snaps The Rock's leg.
Even better. That means we'll have a second Rock versus Conor McGregor revenge fight. I like it. All right, let's talk some WWE, man. It's way more exciting right now, to be honest with you, than AEW. It's really more exciting than WWE. I'm really excited about WWE. Very excited, sir. For the first time in a long time.
Sweetest fish.
Are those candies for Halloween?
Whoa, yeah, they didn't make it though.
I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I had bought in a huge bag of like candy, and I was like, I can't hold it. I gotta start eating some of them. Yeah, the Sour Patch. I had like the Twix and the Snickers and all that. So I was like, yo, I gotta start, like, it's 145 pieces of candy. I'm like, there'll be some for the kids.
Yeah, there'll be something. All right,
yes.
So man, this damn poll thing is gonna mess me up.
Oh, come on, guys. Come on. We need to vote yes for Conor.
WWE. No.
Stop voting no. God damn it.
No.
57 to 43.
I'll tell you what. If we vote no on Conor McGregor.
Don't be cheating like you cheat in the top 5 when you like to add more instead of just having one. Right? No doubt. You know about that, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about, because everybody's asking about why they take the belts off Jay and Cody so quick. I think they realized there was a mistake when they took it off of the Judgment Day to begin with.
Correct.
I think they wanted to have a change at the pay-per-view, and it couldn't have been any of the other belts, so they decided for some reason this gives us some chance. And then also, you're pushing Jey Uso to the moon. You can't have him take a loss. So I think they finally thought about it and was like, well, now what the hell do we do? It almost looked like the same mistake they made with KO and Sami Zayn. They were on the push to the moon, right? What happened once the biggest pop at WrestleMania? What happened after? The story's over after that. Once you get the titles, story's done. Where does it go from there? It just can't breathe. That's why I don't understand why they always stick individuals. Yes, it works out, and sometimes you'll find lightning in a bottle for a little period of time. MJF, Adam Cole. But overall, you're losing 2 single competitors to be your tag team champions. So now you lost Cody, and not only that, but you've lost your two big guys, Cody and Jey Uso, two big baby faces. That now you have to use Drew McIntyre as the championship going at what is it? Crown Jewel, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that Drew McIntyre was in line to get the shot that quickly. Like, the story makes sense. Don't get me wrong; they've done good with the story and trying to, but Drew with the bloodline, and now he's complaining because the Judgment Day, and he was the title holder when there were no eyes on the product and all this stuff. So they're making it a little bit of a story out of it, at least. But
wait, hold on a second, Sean. The chat is saying that was the dumbest thing to take off the title off of who? Off of Cody and
yeah. They like how quick they took the titles off of them.
Now, why is the chat saying that? Why do you guys?
Because it was a quick title change, and they probably didn't want Cody and Jey to lose the titles. Yeet, 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 yeet.
That's true. It has been really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's good TV, but the thing also is that at least they kept it with the storyline, right? Rhea comes in and says, "Oh, I've been working the phone for us for the Judgment Day." And you're like, "Who else you been on the phone with?" All of a sudden, at the end, Jimmy's the one there to hit. Paul Heyman was involved with sending Jimmy. They're going to work it out where Paul Heyman and Rhea were on the phone. You saw Judgment Day there on SmackDown helping out the Bloodline. Now the Bloodline returns the favor here. So ultimately, I think what you're going to get is Survivor Series War Games. You're going to get probably Judgment Day and Solo and Jimmy versus Cody, Jey, Sammy. I don't know if you can throw KO from SmackDown, maybe. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to work this. But ultimately, I think you're going to have the fifth man being, I don't know who the fifth person would be. Right now, off the top of my head, I mean, they can add some. I mean, I don't think it would be LA Knight at that point because he's feuding. Or maybe it would be LA Knight as the fifth person because he probably wouldn't be fighting Roman at Survivor Series. Or maybe that's November. So maybe there's time. I think right now what they're doing is they're setting up for reasons to have the War Games match make sense. Jey was traded to get away from the Bloodline. They're showing now he's not going to get away from the Bloodline. The Bloodline's going to follow him and cost him matches. Ultimately, it's going to come down to the War Games match, and now you're starting to see the blending of Judgment Day and Bloodline to be one side. Now the question is, who's going to be the other side?
I thought they were moving KO out of Raw to SmackDown because they needed to separate Zammy and KO, and the best way
they need
to
a fresh
separate them
start.
was
They
that.
both needed a fresh start. They both needed a fresh start after what happened. Yes.
I will say this. I agree with you. I think you don't put Jey
Yes,
Uso.
I am Bastion Booger.
I feel like you did the wrong thing by taking away the titles. And then on Fastlane, remember, we also said, why didn't Damian Priest cash for the Money in the Bank? And that, I mean, if they were going to lose the titles in Fastlane, he should have taken advantage and cashed his briefcase on that particular fight when Shinsuke and Seth fought, but they didn't do it. So when they didn't do that, it made sense. Afterwards, you're like, okay, maybe there's a reason why they didn't do it. And I think that's probably another reason that they thought. They were like, wait, hold on a second. I think we rushed this too much. I think we went ahead and we gave the belts to Cody and Jey. And remember, Jey is a babyface, and they just brought him from SmackDown. So how are you're gonna lose those two guys? Because you can't use them in pairs all the time. You feel me? Like, it's not gonna be as good as if when you have them like one against other opponents. So I think that's one of the reasons why. Oh wow!
I got my front teeth now, Shang Tu Shung. Yes.
Wow! Look at that. That's funny.
There it is. There we go, baby.
That was good. I like it. Oh, all you need is the white shirt, the little white.
No, he wore like a little. It's hard to explain what his. Let me see if I can find one that actually has his. It's like a diaper type thing. Yeah, here we go. I used to do a show like this one time.
You might get. Remember what happened when I wore the?
I don't know. I think this might scare people, bro.
Because I think when I put on the Dan House.
Look at this outfit.
Oh my God. Holy snap!
You only come in there and I'll be like, no, Josh, that really isn't me, buddy. Hold on, I'll show you me for real. Hold on.
Undercover, Big O. Don't tune in, Big O. This is Sean.
Let me see if I can find actually me.
But I agree with Sean. I think that's why they made the mistake. I think they realized it and they put it back on Judgment Day. And I think it fits them well, man. It fits them well, and it also allows Damian Priest to hold on to that briefcase. Once they lose that belt, I think Damian Priest will cash that briefcase, and then it makes sense. So that's one of the reasons why I think they made the right decision by getting the belts away from them. I also like the fact that they were trying to do who was it? I think it was these people. Damn it. Hey, the guy who goes Shoosh. What the hell's his name? And Otis.
Oh, Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy. They were doing the Alpha Academy. They're going against the New Day, which was pretty good. So that I think those are the type of tag teams that should get an opportunity for those belts, in my opinion. And they could still sell those type of fights in like the easier Monday Night Raws or SmackDowns or paper live events, whatever. So a lot of people like that that photo.
My photo of Bastion Booker.
Yeah, man, that's that's so funny. It was different, bro. That was crazy.
It's funny, man. I can't find any. I think they're on my phone, so I have to get some downloaded. But I do have some in the intro video, the old intro video, but I took that down. So, all right. So let's look back at. So we talked about that. That's kind of my Raw happenings. Also, I do like what they're doing with the women's division, but the only issue I have is that it's like who can badass the other the most. Like you had Rhea come out, call out Shayna. They had a great match, and it was Zoe, I think, came out first. Then Nia came out, and then Rhea went for the slam on Nia. Zoe drop kicks Nia on top of Rhea, and they crashed down. So I like it, but I want to see where they go. I'll give it a little bit longer and see how much longer they go there. Gunther and Bronson, I thought delivered. That was a good match. I mean, I know it was the 15th match of Nakamura and Ricochet, but I thought that match was good. All over the place. Ricochet using his moves and is doing the flip in the crowd from the camera view that they did was pretty damn good there. It's going to be interesting to see where they go because, again, we still have – I couldn't even – like, when you were like, oh, WrestleMania 40, I was like, man, I can't even think what matches are going to be at, like, Survivor Series right now. And there's still Royal Rumble after that. Like, you still have two of the big four pay-per-views to set up to get into, the WrestleMania season.
I will say this. I think it is time for Gunther to lose his IC belt. I'm tired of Gunther winning the belt. And
I think he's going to get a couple more wins, and then they take it off of. I don't know who they're going to – that's the thing, though. Like, I'm trying to figure out who – because it's going to be somebody on Raw, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But who? Like, I mean.
But look, they had Jimmy come out to Raw, and he's not even in the Raw roster.
No, but he came out and he cost in the match. He didn't come out and fight anybody.
Correct, but he still just showed up. Like,
yeah, you can still show up and cost people, but I mean, to show up to fight Gunther, I mean, unless he starts calling out somebody unless he starts being like, I beat everybody on SmackDown, send me somebody, Adam Pierce, give me somebody that's competition, then you hit it and then there. But Nate, you go back to SmackDown because you have the U.S. title over there. So,
but the thing about Nate, he says Kaiser. I still don't think they should break up Imperium. I just think they should just remove the belt from Gunther because I think he's already had it for such a long time. And you could give it. You know who they could give it to? But the thing is that he would have to be continuously wrestling. I don't know if we're gonna get that, but I would give it to Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul would be a different moneymaker with the IC belt. I mean, I'm just thinking outside the box of somebody on the Raw side that could win the belt. So who else is big on Raw?
He's going to SmackDown. He's fighting for the U.S. title.
Oh, he is. He's going to SmackDown. I thought he was in Raw.
He was, but now he's going to U.S. He's a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent. Okay.
Remember, he challenged Rey Mysterio. So Rey Mysterio is SmackDown, right? Am I right or no?
Yes. Rey Mysterio is SmackDown. All right, well then, I'm trying to think who else. You're right, because that's the thing. If you take away the belt from Gunther, who else can actually win it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Chad Gable
or Jay Uso, but
you can't give Cody an IC belt.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The belt, they would be bigger than the belt. That's the problem.
Even Sammy, you can't even give the IC to Sammy because I think Sammy,
unless it's going to roll to somebody else, they cheat Sammy out of it by somebody else,
and then they
have them go. I mean, the belt is smaller than Cody. Cody's bigger than the belt.
You know what they should do? I got an idea. They should bring up Carmelo Hayes from NXT, bring him to Monday Night Raw, and have him win the IC belt.
Yeah. That would make some sense. I mean, be something.
That is something very, very interesting, Nate. But the problem is I just think Dom is not there yet. He's not there yet. Give him some more time. He's still the belt winner, the Northern champion, the Northern Atlantic champion. So you got to give him some time.
Right, maybe he's the North American champion. Better than his dad because his dad's just the United States.
Correct.
He's South America, Canada, and the U.S. He's better.
Dude, so I honestly feel that maybe give him in due time. Not yet. I like that. I like your idea. But Dirty Dom still not there. You know what? Give it to this guy from if they lose the belts, if they lose the tag team belts, give it to Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor could hold the IC belt.
Why not give it to JD McDonough?
No,
everybody in Judgment Day has it, even the dunce.
McDonough. Jamie, no. Not McDonough. But who else can have the belt in Raw? I'm trying to think of their roster. Oh, Randy Orton comes back. Damn it, we could have added him in WrestleMania 40. Randy Orton comes back and takes the belt from Gunther. Yes, and it elevates Gunther, and Randy Orton elevates Gunther, and it'll be a great feud between Randy Orton and Gunther. We've never seen that, right? That's a good one. I like it. Randy Orton and Gunther. Randy Orton comes back, fights Gunther, sir. How about that?
Fantastic. Can't wait.
I'm excited for Randy Orton, bro.
But you're bringing him back after being out for 2 years, and you're returning against Gunther.
What? Wait, hold on a second. You build that fight up. You build it up little by little, bro. You get it. It's not like something that, hey, tomorrow they're going to fight. No. Relax. You bring it up. Start building it up. Maybe Randy Orton fights against Kaiser and as a warm-up fight, stuff like that.
That's so disappointing in our audience. I've never been more disappointed in the audience.
Let's go. Square circle chat. Square circle chat. Square circle chat. Yes, sir. Conor McGregor. Really? The chat knows, baby. Oh. The chat knows.
Good God. Somebody shoot me.
I'm so proud of you guys. We have grown to love and embrace the UFC world. And we know that The Rock wants to make an impact. And what's the best way to make an impact? You bring in the biggest star in the UFC world, Conor McGregor. Conor doesn't fight anymore. He sucks. So bring him to WrestleMania.
Didn't he just go into the USADA so that UFC?
Yeah, but he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose that fight. That's the problem. He's gonna lose again. That's the problem.
So he has nothing. I mean, it's like
he needs to bring that swag to the WWE, baby. Bring that swag to the WWE.
All right. Well, we know he can throw chairs at least. Let's see. Nick Aldis, now the GM of SmackDown, and of course, you saw they brought KO. We already kind of talked about that.
What do you think about that, Nick Aldis?
I'm happy about Aldis getting that job. I'm happy about it.
It's okay.
Yeah, they had brought him in to just be a producer in the back and not seen. But then they were like, well, why don't we do dual instead of having Adam Pearce for both? Let's do Adam Pearce for Raw, and let's give Nick Aldis SmackDown. Triple H thought it was a good idea, and the rest we shall say is history.
I will say this.
Josh, with a good idea. CM Punk should take down Gunther. Wonder what will happen in Chicago.
Josh, you can never go wrong with anything involving CM Punk. That is correct.
That's not true, but yes.
Never.
Okay.
Remember all the
Never
crap
go
that
wrong.
happened.
Let's ask Vince McMahon. Let's ask TK.
All the problem. Let's keep it real. Who were the people that caused CM Punk to go on that outburst? The owners, Vince McMahon and TK. Two guys that nobody likes. Two guys. One that they call
pay the checks.
One that
That's the guys you want to piss off. Okay.
One that everybody thinks he's a little bitch, and then the other one who he's like the devil with his crazy ass mustache. He looks like
now he looks a little bit out there.
What the other thing also is I was thinking about this for the top 5. I was very close. It was either the WrestleMania matches that we could lay up for in WrestleMania 40 or the best GMs that WWE has had. So we might do that next week. There's been so many. Mick Foley was there for one day.
Stone Cold was there.
Stone Cold,
Eric
you had
Bischoff.
You remember the laptop?
Eddie Long.
The laptop that nobody knew about, like the mysterious.
It was Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle was that guy. Hornswoggle was the laptop. I used to love Tony. I used to love when he had Teddy Long in there, and every time they'd mess with Teddy Long, he's like, "All right, tonight, brother, you're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker."
I think everybody loved Teddy Long. He was really good.
Oh, you gotta love him.
He was really
Sign
good.
Wardlow to take down Gunther. Hey, there you go. Keep it till Royal Rumble, and then boom, display.
Stealing more
that,
AEW.
MJF come in to win the Royal Rumble, and you have Wardlow debut to take down Gunther in the same show.
Why are you trying to get AEW out of business, man? Come on, man.
Yeah, I think TK would have a. Boy, then I'd love to see his tweets after that one.
Anything else for Monday night? I mean, we had a. What did you guys think about that SmackDown? That SmackDown was so good.
SmackDown was great, man.
That was so good. The way they brought in LA Knight
with Wardlow, with Roman and Cody and Jimmy and Jay, just
they nailed it in every single aspect of that SmackDown. I was like, man, this is such a good SmackDown. I have not been so excited to see Roman Reigns, and not only that, but then the interaction between Roman and Jimmy was so funny when he was like, oh, I'm just doing an audible, or a hot route and stuff. And then all of a sudden, when he was like making those noises, yee, and then he's like, stop making those noises and all that stuff. I mean, all that creativeness it's so good. Like I'm really, really excited to see where they go with Roman. And at the same time, the potential fights that they lined up, LA Knight versus Roman, they got Cody there as well. It's really good, man. Even Jay could be in there. So it's a lot.
That is the one thing I thought maybe they kept the titles. They put the titles on Jay and Cody was so that way they could get Jay over to SmackDown more.
Sorry, I just saw, man.
No problem. I saw.
Ecuador, Colombia almost scored again. Josh, are you tuning in? Josh, are you Ecuadorian? Is that why, or is you just hating on Colombia?
Wait, so Colombia's down?
No, it's 0-0. I had predicted that they were gonna be 1-1. That's how I thought the match was gonna end. I'm not gonna lie, man. Ecuador has been playing really, really great in soccer. Like sorry guys, I'm a big soccer fan, and obviously Colombia is my team, so I'm watching them. The game's about to end, but it's been a good match, to be honest with you. And I know Memo, he's not on right now, but he's getting ready because Argentina's about to play at about 10 o'clock. So, and he's Argentinian, so we all tune in. We're all DJs, wrestling fanatics, and also soccer fans. On a side note, guys, Royal Rumble tickets go on sale tomorrow for us. Sean,
Friday.
Nope, not for me.
They're doing free sale. Okay.
So I got a pre-sale. If you guys want a code, send me a message to IG, and I could share my pre-sale code if any of you guys are interested in going to Royal Rumble. If you guys want to go to Royal Rumble, let me know. Maybe we could all try to sit down together. I think that would be really cool. Chad, I know you probably would want. Oh, there you go, Josh. So I mean, good game, man. Like for real, like seriously, we're both, we both have respect for each other. I know playing in Ecuador is not easy.
I have no respect for anybody that voted for Conor McGregor to WWE. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm so happy for the chat, bro. You guys finally showed up. I'm proud of you guys. And then the other thing is, yeah, if you guys want to go, I mean, I know Sean and myself are trying to go. But Sean, my brother and I were talking, and I did realize something. Apparently, if we do go to that Royal Rumble, that would be the Sunday of the AFC Championship game, where the Miami Dolphins would be playing. I don't know against who. So that would be
Wait a
tough.
minute. I thought that was the Pro Bowl week.
No, that's a week right before. So if we, and the only thing, this is the hard part. So what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do, guys. I'll probably buy the ticket, and if I see that the AFC Championship is not here in Miami, I probably will have to sell those tickets or make a decision. No, I gotta go to the AFC Championship game. If the Dolphins make the AFC Championship
game is going to be on a Sunday, probably.
I know that's why. So maybe I'm thinking about
unless they do Saturday, because maybe the NFC Championship game will be the Sunday game.
No, they usually do both of them on Sunday. You know what I could do? Go on Saturday to Royal Rumble and then take a flight, but I would have to leave really, really early Sunday morning, head over to wherever it is. If it's in Miami, it's not a big deal. But if it's not in Miami, fly out to wherever it's supposed to be and then go watch them there. Because if the Dolphins make the AFC Championship, there's no way in hell I'm not going to that game.
Yeah, but those games are late. It's 4:00 and 8:00.
That's why I would have to leave really early. I would have to leave Sunday morning, like around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's right. Royal Rumble's on Saturday, right?
Yeah, Royal Rumble's on Saturday. Okay. Oh, no doubt. I love it, bro. I love it. Yes, sir. Bring the entertainment. Bring it on, Connor. Logan Paul versus Conor McGregor. Just look at that. Perfect fights.
No doubt is really, really sliding down the list of favorites.
No doubt you're becoming
on the chat.
You're becoming one of my biggest fans here. I love it. I love.
There you go. No doubt. You're on Frankie Fresco's list. Way to go, buddy. Way to go.
Anything else? Are we gonna say anything else we wanted to talk about?
Yeah, much else, man.
I'm thinking about a Raw. You know, I saw most of it. Trying to think. Nothing particular, you know.
The only thing that has really changed in the month and a half that apparently I can't think of his last name now. The Endeavor, the leader, the head of Endeavor, has, I guess, basically given Triple H 99.9% control of creative. And you can really tell the difference in the product. I mean, you're seeing guys get pushed that normally wouldn't, and you're seeing a little bit better wrestling.
Hey, Ari Emanuel?
Matches.
Ari Emanuel?
That's it, Ari Emanuel. Thank you.
Oh.
I wanted to say Ari. What was the guy on? What's the Ari on Ballers?
Ari.
Was it Ballers? Ari, was that the guy's name?
Ari Gold.
Ari Gold.
That was cool.
But when you sit there and you look at everything he wasn't his Entourage, right? Not Ballers. Ballers is The Rock. Entourage, right?
Hey, Nate. If we make it to the AFC, we're going out there, sir. Going out there, and
yeah, man, come on out. We'll do a live Squirt Circle Digest. Too.
I gotta talk to Sean and Big O and find out about if we were to make it to the Super Bowl. Oh, so now that we don't. This is a wrestling show, so just to give you guys a heads up before you leave, Nate and a couple of you guys, we do want to go ahead and possibly let you guys know that me and Sean are possibly working on probably doing a sports show, just talking sports on the side as well. It's not 100% sure, but we have so much opinion when it comes to sports, when it comes to the Dolphins and the Heat and stuff like that. Maybe we do something. I'm not sure if it's going to be live, but just something that we talk about and we debate about certain sports topics, anything that we could think about. Heat, Dolphins, hockey, anything, even race car. I mean, if Sean wants to talk about race car, I'll start tuning into. I used to love race car. I used to like Jeff Gordon a lot.
Let's go racing, boys.
But I'm not a hardcore race car person. I'm not. I don't watch it as much.
No, racing isn't hardcore.
I do. I watch a little bit Formula One here and there, but not that much either.
That's not real racing.
Really? I mean, what's the difference between the NASCAR and Formula One? Isn't it the same thing? The racing.
No, Formula One, the more money you got, the better you run. That's why the same guy wins all the time.
That's the Red Bull 3, the Red Bull, right? The Red Bull company.
Oh, no, not Red Bull anymore.
They haven't been winning because they were number one all the time.
Nope. And NASCAR, everybody. There's nothing stock about a stock car.
Damn. Okay. I used to watch.
But the way they did the
NASCAR
NASCAR
back
with
in
the
the
new
day.
cars is a lot of the cars. I mean, it's pretty much the same car. Everybody's driving the same car. Do some people have better engines? Yes, because of the way you can build the engines and things like that. Yes, trading paint, no doubt. You started to come back up the list, buddy. So,
I used to watch NASCAR a while back.
rubbing racing, baby, rubbing.
And with Dale Earnhardt and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and all those people I used to watch. Those I remember, but my favorite one used to be, you know who used to be my favorite, and I know this is a wrestling show, but used to be the Tide. I met the racer who drove Tide a while back. I forgot his name.
When Ricky Craven?
No, what? Okay, was it Ricky
Or
Craven?
Michael Waltrip? Daryl Waltrip? I don't know when. This Tide was on a few different cars.
It was a guy I met him. I met him.
Do you have red hair? Yellow hair?
Damn, I don't remember, man. Such a long time ago. He was driving the Tide car. I remember that.
Yeah, there's a couple different people that drove Tide. It was Ricky Craven, I think, drove it. Then I believe Michael Waltrip drove it.
I'll Google it maybe, but drivers.
Gone off the edges here on this show.
Yeah, I don't know who. Ricky Rudd.
Oh, you know what? It wasn't Craven. It was Ricky Rudd.
Ricky Rudd. See, I know I might not be NASCAR, but I know a little bit. See, Ricky Rudd. As soon as I saw his name, I was like, there it is, Ricky Rudd. I met him in person once, and he had the Thai car, and it was pretty cool. And then after that, I started watching it.
I used to love when they were down here for the championship weekend.
Shit.
You get to spend the whole week. There.
Cool beans. Anything else?
Who's that? Lisa Kennedy. You know? Oh, okay. No, that's what we're just gonna leave it at that. All right. We're just gonna leave it at that. All right. No doubt. So now we have to like him or her or not him. Like, is she gonna make us swim with the fishes?
No. I know who Lisa Kennedy is as well. Yes, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
She owns Lisa Kennedy?
Unless it's a different Lisa Kennedy, but maybe. Or maybe you're throwing me off.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I know who owns NASCAR. I know I don't know them, but I know like the France family is like the presidents of NASCAR and things like that. I don't know who owns. No idea, but that's awesome. No doubt, that's awesome. So you probably got good shit then, man. This guy, no doubt. Not. I already pushed him down. You are going up the flagpole quickly. There, no doubt.
Yes, Josh, very good game. We ended up 0-0. I'll take a draw any day of the week in Ecuador because that game was played in Ecuador.
You know how like ignorant I was to soccer for a long time. I used to be like, who would want to sit here and watch a 0-0 game? I used to be so like, and then I had to go and be a part of it. I was like, it's not that bad. It's pretty good stuff.
I used to play soccer when I was little, so I used to play.
Okay. So the last name that you had in parentheses was France, not. I thought you were talking to Frankie.
Yeah, that's what you were trying to say as well.
I'm sorry, no doubt. No, I misunderstood what you wrote there. I was like, my wife works for Lisa Kennedy Frank. I thought you were talking to Frankie, and I had no idea in France.
Yeah, and I actually know a girl.
If I was saw France, I would have known a little bit more because I know like they're the presidents and things like that. So okay. No problem, no doubt. I just misunderstood. I thought you were talking to Frankie at the time. So
no, I know what Lisa Kennedy.
I wasn't aware of. I was like, am I going to be swimming with the fishes now? Like, should I talk back everything I said about No Doubt? Should I put a poll up and tell everybody to like No Doubt? Like, what am I? I thought I was going to get like my, taken out or something.
So a quick backdrop or a quick backstory. I used to play soccer. I've been playing soccer since I was like 5. So I used to play for Miami Lake Optimist. I used to play for Palm Springs North. I used to play for my high school. And then obviously when I played in high school, I made the varsity team my sophomore year. And then
congratulations, man.
I was a good athlete.
Did everybody make it though?
No. And then all of a sudden, what ended up happening is a player slide tackle on me and messed up my knee. And then I didn't play soccer again. And then I came back to playing soccer. I still do play soccer, but what happened is obviously I'm not as skinny as I was before. And then now what I do is I play soccer locally with a group of my friends. But I tore both of my ankles, so I actually have tears on both of my ankles, and that's why I can't run on a regular soccer field like before. I actually have to go ahead and put ankle braces on each of my ankles, that way they could hold up. And then I decided to change position, so I started playing now as a goalie, and I've been playing goalie for the past maybe 3 years. And I've actually become very good at playing a goalie. So if you ever want to play soccer, if any of you guys want to play soccer, let me know, man. Like I always play soccer. I play soccer in Kendall, so we all play soccer, and it's just a little backdrop of what I do. I try to play Mondays and Thursdays soccer, so that's why you don't catch me doing shows on Mondays and Thursdays, because I'm usually playing soccer. So yeah, that's pretty much. A little bit too much information, but now you know a little bit more about me.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but we have an undefeated coach in our chat. That's all I'm going to leave it as. And I'll let him say if it's okay if I talk on it right now or not. We'll see.
Wow.
But he's undefeated. He's better than Bill Belichick.
Wow. Belichick?
Yeah.
Belichick.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah,
Coach
I see.
Dad, 3-0, baby. 3-0. Coaching 3-year-old soccer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Making it big. Man, we really took a left turn with our wrestling talk to now every sports talk.
Doing it all here. We do it all.
Yeah,
Squared circle.
I love soccer, man. And then I tune into a lot of stuff. I know Chad always hits me up on soccer as well. The Copa America is gonna be here next year. The United States, how did they do? They were playing Ghana. If any of you guys saw the game, let me know.
If we lost to Ghana, just pack it up and go home.
Actually, no, come on, Sean. Ghana's not bad. What are you talking about?
Come on, man.
Ghana's good, bro.
Come on.
No, man.
Ghana beats us. That's it.
Ghana is a very good team. What are you talking about? Actually, if the United States beat Ghana, I'll be very impressed that the United States beats Ghana. This guy.
I'm going to tell you in a minute. Hold on.
This guy who plays in Bayern Munich now, he used to play in Liverpool. God damn it. Chad, you should know this. He used to play in Liverpool. Now he plays in Bayern Munich. He's from Ghana. Damn it. What's his name? I forgot his name. I'm having a brain fart. Now I'm gonna have to Google it. But yeah, no, man, they're really good in Ghana.
At halftime, it's 4-0 USA.
Really? Wow.
They're Shaggy.
Like, wow. Really? Hold on. Let me look at that Ghana lineup, bro. No way. Don't tell me that I don't know. See, but they're not playing the real legit Ghana players. They're playing scrubby Ghana players. Yeah, this is look, Sadio Mane. That's who it is. Sadio Mane. Mane's not even in the lineup. Nah, man. This is like the second squad of Ghana, man. This is not fair. What is this crap? Who is these Ghana guys? No, man. This is not the Ghana team. This must be their B squad. Guys, don't be fooled. That is not the Ghana squad. The Ghana squad. I'll tell you who's the Ghana squad. Hold on. I'm gonna go to.
Listen, it's just like football. You only play who they put in front of you. All right, that's the Ghana squad.
Yeah, but like the B squad, that's not
what the U.S. should do to Ghana.
The B squad, yes, not the actual legit squad. I'm gonna tell you who. Look at the difference of the. Hold on. Hold on a second. Am I mistaken?
They had 8 shots on goal.
Am I making a mistake?
Ghana's a bunch of thugs. Yellow cards too, man. I mean, they're thuggish.
I know Mane didn't play the World Cup because he was hurt, but Sadio Mane is from Ghana, right?
Giovanni Reina has a brace. Pulisic has a goal.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, the United States will never win a World Cup, or even the stupid coach, Greg Berhalter. He sucks. He's terrible. He's not a good coach for the United States. They need to get rid of that guy. Once they get rid of that guy, I will go ahead and give the United States a chance of actually winning.
That's like AEW. I'll give them a chance of winning when they get rid of Fanboy.
You're such an idiot. Oh no, my bad, my fault, guys. Sadio Mane is not from Ghana. Sadio Mane is from Senegal. Senegal's the legit team.
Oh.
My
So tell
fault.
me I'm right. Sean, you were right. Say it.
My bad.
Say it.
They are playing with that Ghana squad. Yeah, I thought it was my bad. Ghana confused with the Senegal team. The Senegal team is the legit squad. Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure they're winning 4-0. I'm not surprised that they're winning 4-0.
Now it's not surprising. But a minute ago, it was, it's because I played in a B squad.
Well, because I was getting them confused. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting confused. My fault. I take full responsibility of that one. I made a mistake. I was
Still
getting
can't say
Ghana
I
and
was right.
Senegal.
Can't say I was right.
Who are we playing on the US side though? Is it a friendly? Might be a B squad. No, no doubt. We actually are playing the actual
Yeah, we've
like
got
actual squad. The squad is actually playing. So you
Ray,
got
Isaac, Balagon, Cardosa, Musa, Reyna, Dest, Lund, Robinson, Richards, and Matt Turner.
yeah, they're all playing, man. Tim Way. Tim Way. Look, Gio Reyna has 2 goals and Pulisic has 1.
Do you not listen to me? I said Reyna has a brace and Pulisic has a goal. Am I talking to myself on this show? Is anybody out there listening to me? Because nobody listens to me about McGregor being a cancer for WWE. No, we need to bring him in. E is for entertainment.
Thomas Party. Let me see. Is Thomas Party from Ghana? Let's see. Yes, you're correct. He is. He is from Ghana and he is in the lineup. Yeah, he plays in Arsenal. If I'm not mistaken, right? I think he plays in Arsenal. I'm not a big fan of Arsenal. If you guys don't know me, I'm a fan of Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Chad is Arsenal, right?
So is Big O.
Yeah, well, thank goodness Chad gets his coaching abilities from somebody other than Arsenal.
I'm not a fan of Arsenal. I'm not a fan of Arsenal whatsoever. I actually don't like Arsenal.
I like Fulham.
Fulham? Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it because of
Because of TK? They lose. They suck, just like him.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Boy.
I knew you
Thank
were
you,
gonna
all
say that.
you Fulham supporters, for supporting us today in our loss.
I'm a big. I follow 2 teams in English Premier League, and that's Chelsea and Everton. Those are the 2 teams.
Wrexham, because it's on Netflix. And
I saw that. I've been watching the show. I've been watching that show. You know that? Did you know that? I actually watched that show. That is so funny that you mentioned it. I record every show and I watch them. I also like I used to in La Liga. I guess you could kind of say I'm a Real Madrid fan. I'm not a Barcelona fan. I hate Barcelona. Well, hate is such a strong word. I dislike Barcelona. Just don't find Barcelona entertaining whatsoever. So that's why you will never see me wearing a Barcelona jersey. Not a fan, sir. Not a fan. But yep. Sean, any last remarks? We gotta go, man. This is a quick show.
Let's get out, buddy. Let's get out, and we thank you all. Don't forget, check our social media. I'm at Sean_Stanley11. Please give me a follow. Tomorrow we're gonna do an AEW watch party on Playback.tv. I'll send out the link. All you gotta do is click on it. You will have to, so you understand what it goes through. There's a sign up, and then you link your cable or for me, I have Hulu. So I hook the Hulu up, and what it does is you watch the screen, and then what we do is we will be talking over that about the show or wrestling or whatever else. There's a chat, so we can still do what we do here. We're going to start doing that during some of these wrestling shows, having little watch parties, having fun, watching it with you guys, and just having fun and making fun of Tony Khan, his bad decisions or his good decisions. And, of course, we can always talk about MJF. And we'll see if they move on from the stupidity of what they did the other time. Have they done that again? Have they moved on from that? Have you noticed?
Of what?
What we talked about with the quarters and stuff?
Yeah, they haven't brought that up.
And brought that back up. Okay.
On Collision, Juice came on and he was like talking his smack and talking his stuff, but I was wondering if he was gonna bring it up, but he did not bring it up. Collision wasn't that good this week. It was kind of boring. Not gonna lie.
Well, they put everything into Dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Again, they keep making that mistake. On a side note, guys, just if you guys are, I know we were talking soccer for a minute. Brazil right now is getting upset by Uruguay 2-0, bro. Wow, what an upset that is. Brazil, bro. Brazil's struggling, man. They tied 1-1 versus Venezuela, and now they're losing 2-0 against
Yeah,
Uruguay.
they're like the U.S. of South America.
Who?
Brazil. No.
You definitely don't ever compare Brazil and the United States. Like, that is like the worst thing you could do. Like, no, absolutely not, sir. Don't say that.
Really? No. I mean, we're up 4-0 on Ghana. What are they doing? What are they doing? Huh?
You know, you want to know something? Next year is the Copa America, and it's gonna be here in the United States. I will be if the show's still going. I hope it is still going, but I will have to be probably broadcasting.
As long as I keep beating you and I'm better than you, Paul, you're still here. The day I lose to you, you're out. All right?
Sir,
Just letting you know now. Just letting you know now.
Hey man, that Connor Poe won.
The day they say you're better than me, I'm just going to drop it all.
The Connor Poe won. That's all that
no,
matters.
the Connor Poe was against the chat. Like that's just the chat's not that smart.
Guys, don't forget to follow me at Fresco Music ZKO FREZKO.
I mean, come on, buddy.
Music.
It's right there on the screen.
Yes, I understand that, but I have to say it again. Sorry.
Yes, smart in your glasses.
Hit that like. Do I? Probably. Subscribe and also hashtag SCD Live. And then yes, don't forget we're gonna try the thing playback tomorrow. See how.
Please join us. Have some fun, and let's make a thing of it. If it works out good, I'll probably do. I won't commit Frankie. He can come on whenever he wants. But I might try to do each show. Just have fun with him. And talk each the live shows, except me like Rampage, the late ones. No, Collision I have to see. I mean, I don't know if I want to add to that, because I have to watch it technically. So then I'm a 1. So I know 360,001 might watch it. You know what I'm saying? So
can we do it on Raw and SmackDown as well?
We can do Raw, SmackDown, AEW, and AEW anytime they're on TV. We can do it on soccer matches. We can do it on Heat games. We can do it on, Dolphin games will be different. But, yeah, we can do it on any sport, hockey, Panthers. We can do it on everything.
Can we do it on any show that has CM
Punk?
Punk?
As well. No, Heels got canceled.
Josh, man, I love it, bro. Thank you, sir. Thank you for tuning in and also CM Punk.
Josh, Coach
strong.
Chad, no doubt, of course. We love you guys. Appreciate you guys' support. Nate G, Karen Joseph. I didn't even see Karen jump in there with the AEW.
Karen, yes, AEW. Karen. We spoke about AEW earlier.
Yep. Let's see. Terry was in. My dad was in. Sorry about that. Sheng Tu Sheng and the Bastion Booger.
No, guys, if you
are my performer of the week right there, buddy.
If you guys did not tune into that part of the show, to rewind, bro. That part was funny, dude. That thing had me rolling. Who else was out there? What about TNA? What about TNA? I am thinking about going to the Boca wrestling match that they're gonna be doing. That's supposed to be coming up very, very soon, I believe. That's local indie wrestling.
That is the it is on the the day of the Kansas City Chiefs game.
Correct. So Kansas City and the Dolphins play early in the morning, and then you could go watch some wrestling. Birthday bash November the 5th.
Look, he's even got headphones like me. I need pizza.
Oh, you needed a slice of pizza. That's so good, bro.
Who did it better?
No doubt. We're gonna go ahead and post it on X. That way you could see it, and then I'll make sure to post it on my Instagram and also my X account. Like I said, we don't know how is it gonna go, but I'll definitely be in for tomorrow's show. I know that me and Sean are gonna be talking wrestling. We're gonna also talk about criticize some of the stuff that they sometimes do in AEW, like that stupid ass picture-in-picture thing that they always do. I hate that crap, man. I'd rather them just go to commercials, man. Jesus Christ. I hate that. I don't like that of AEW.
And on that note, Tony Khan.
I picked the wrong time for the damn picture. God damn it. Sorry.
TK's a little bitch. In the words of the great Gordon Soley. So long from the Sunshine State.